To whom it may concern, you aren't you. At least not the you that you were when I first met you. And if you're not the you that you used to be, then I'm likely not the me that I used to be being. At least not the me I was being when you first met me. But if the you are isn't the you were, and the me I am isn't the me I was being, then who the hell are we? I'm always in debate over the phrase people change and the opposite phrase people never change. What I mean when I say people change is the you were came with a contract of consistency that you verbally signed when we first had a conversation about James Bond and Green Day. The primary function of this contract was that any major changes in your life would first and foremost have to be submitted and approved by me before implementation. In this contract, you outlined all the things that made you happy. You specified the time you had allotted for hobbies and the time that you had allotted for work. You dictated the movies, TV shows, and music that you enjoyed. We established the mutual friends that we had and how we would divide our time between them. We developed a series of inside jokes which only we understood, and if they were to be explained to anyone else, they would simply be a you had to be there story. But somewhere along the way, you breached the contract and the me I'm being doesn't want to draft a new one to fit the you are now. What I mean when I say the phrase people never change is that the parts of you that I didn't like that I hope that you would figure out by now are still there and still disappoint me. Don't get me wrong, those things were outlined in that contract all those years ago as well. I accepted and fully understood them at the time, but had hoped that you would figure out a way to eliminate them by now. Since you haven't, it frustrates me to no end that you have no desire to change. Either way I look at these phrases, the connotation is negative. It's like I'm asking you to stay the same in regards to the things that I liked about you when I first met you and change all of those things that I didn't, regardless of how difficult or beneficial they may be to you as a person. It's like buying a new car for the way that it looks, but getting mad at it after 10 years and 100,000 miles for having a few dents and dings. It's not the car's fault, and yes, the blemishes are disappointing, but they come with the territory of owning and driving a car. My intentions are good. I simply want you to be the best version of yourself that is possible. But I'm forcing you to align your life to better suit me to fulfill this selfish need for you to be the you that I want you to be. Much like the car, these blemishes and changes are inevitable. The vast majority of them were likely unexpected or unavoidable. For the most part, the parts that made you the you that you were are the same parts in the engine running the you that you are now. But some parts, through want or need, have been swapped out to adapt to your environment, which has also changed, and I'm having a tough time seeing and understanding the need behind the change. So I'm writing this letter to request not an explanation for the why behind the change causing you to no longer be the you that I used to know, but to ask you to be patient while I catch up to the me that I need to be in order to understand the you that you are. I hope this explains the distance between us and my unexplained generalized douchiness towards you, and I hope you can extend the same courtesy to me as I've breached the same contract, for the me that I was is no longer the me that I am. I look forward to seeing you. Best regards, Mr. Moo.